Do you love starting your day with a cup of coffee, but wonder if it's the best choice for your health? Before you grab another cup for breakfast, let's dive into the potential health issues linked to coffee consumption and why it might be wise to rethink your morning brew. 1. Heart health concerns. Henry, a 65-year-old retiree from Canada, enjoyed his daily ritual of sipping on freshly brewed coffee each morning. However, he began noticing his heart racing and experiencing palpitations after his second cup. Concerned, he visited his dietitian for advice. Research published in the journal Heart has shown that excessive coffee consumption can lead to an increased risk of heart palpitations and arrhythmias. Caffeine, the main stimulant in coffee, can worsen these conditions, especially in older adults with pre-existing heart issues. Henry's dietitian recommended he limit his coffee intake to 1 cup per day and opt for decaffeinated versions to enjoy the taste without the added risk. Since making the switch, Henry's heart palpitations have significantly reduced, allowing him to enjoy his mornings without worry. 2. Osteoporosis. Alice, a 72-year-old woman from Canada, was diagnosed with osteoporosis. She learned that her favorite espresso could be affecting her bone health more than she realized. Research in Osteoporosis International found that excessive coffee consumption can interfere with calcium absorption, which is crucial for maintaining bone density in older adults. This can worsen conditions like osteoporosis. Alice's dietitian suggested she reduce her coffee intake and ensure she gets adequate calcium from her diet or supplements. By following this advice, Alice saw improvements in her bone density tests, helping her stay active and healthy. 3. Gastroesophageal reflux disease, GERD. Walter, a 68-year-old from the USA, loved his strong black coffee but started experiencing severe heartburn and acid reflux, especially after his morning cup. His dietitian pointed out that coffee might be the culprit. Studies in the Journal of Gastroenterology indicate that coffee can relax the lower esophageal sphincter, increasing the likelihood of acid reflux and GERD symptoms. This effect is particularly troublesome for older adults who are more prone to digestive issues. Walter switched to a low-acid coffee brand and began limiting his intake to 1 cup a day. His heartburn symptoms diminished, allowing him to enjoy his coffee without discomfort. 4. Hypertension. Martha, a 70-year-old grandmother from the UK, prided herself on her active lifestyle. However, during a routine checkup, her dietitian noted her blood pressure was higher than usual, despite a healthy diet and regular exercise. Her daily coffee habit was identified as a contributing factor. A study in the American Journal of Hypertension found that drinking more than 3 cups of coffee daily can raise blood pressure levels. For older adults who are already at risk for hypertension, this can be particularly concerning. Martha's dietitian advised her to cut back on coffee and explore other warm beverages like herbal tea. Within a few weeks, Martha's blood pressure readings improved, and she felt more energetic throughout the day. 5. Anxiety and sleep disorders. George, a 69-year-old from the UK, enjoyed his coffee, but noticed he often felt jittery and had trouble sleeping. His dietitian highlighted that his caffeine consumption could be contributing to his anxiety and insomnia. A study published in Sleep Medicine Reviews demonstrated that caffeine can interfere with sleep patterns and worsen anxiety, particularly in older adults. High caffeine intake can disrupt the sleep-wake cycle, leading to poorer sleep quality. George began reducing his caffeine intake, switching to decaf in the afternoon and evening. As a result, he found it easier to fall asleep and experienced less anxiety during the day. 6. Bladder issues. Elaine, a 66-year-old from the USA, noticed frequent trips to the bathroom, especially after her morning coffee. Her dietitian explained that caffeine is a diuretic which can increase bladder activity. Research in urology suggests that caffeine can worsen bladder control problems, such as overactive bladder, which are common in older adults. This can lead to increased frequency and urgency of urination. Elaine limited her coffee intake and opted for water and herbal teas instead. This change helped reduce her bathroom visits and improved her overall comfort. 7. Diabetes management. Frank, a 70-year-old diabetic from Canada, loved his sweetened coffee. However, his dietitian warned that caffeine could affect his blood sugar levels. A study in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism found that caffeine can impair insulin sensitivity, making it harder to manage blood sugar levels. This is particularly crucial for older adults managing diabetes. Frank switched to drinking black coffee and limited his intake to 1 cup a day. He also monitored his blood sugar levels more closely, leading to better diabetes management and overall health. 8. Kidney health. Dorothy, a 74-year-old from the UK, enjoyed her coffee but started experiencing kidney discomfort. Her dietitian pointed out that excessive coffee consumption could be impacting her kidney function. Research in the Clinical Journal of the American Society of Nephrology indicates that high caffeine intake can strain the kidneys and increase the risk of kidney stones and chronic kidney disease. Dorothy reduced her coffee consumption and increased her water intake. This adjustment helped alleviate her kidney discomfort and improved her hydration levels. Tips for safely consuming coffee. While coffee has its downsides, it can still be enjoyed in moderation. Here are some tips for safely consuming coffee to maximize its benefits and minimize risks. Choose quality over quantity. Invest in high-quality coffee beans that are organic and free from pesticides. Freshly ground coffee tends to be less acidic and may have a better flavor profile. Mind the additives. Be cautious with sugar, creamers, and flavored syrups that can add unnecessary calories and affect blood sugar levels. Opt for natural sweeteners like stevia or a splash of almond milk. Pair with food. Drinking coffee on an empty stomach can sometimes cause acidity and digestive discomfort. Pair your coffee with a balanced meal or snack to help mitigate these effects. Consider decaf. If you're sensitive to caffeine, switch to decaffeinated coffee. It provides the same rich flavor without the stimulating effects of caffeine. Use filtered coffee. Some studies suggest that unfiltered coffee, French press or espresso, may increase cholesterol levels. Using a paper filter can help remove certain compounds and make your coffee healthier. Temperature matters. Avoid extremely hot coffee, as high temperatures can increase the risk of burns and might have potential links to certain types of cancer. Let your coffee cool to a comfortable drinking temperature. Timing and frequency. Space out your coffee consumption throughout the day to avoid excessive caffeine intake in a short period. Try to have your last cup at least 6 hours before bedtime to prevent sleep disturbances. Watch your reactions. Pay attention to how your body reacts to coffee. If you notice any adverse effects, such as jitteriness, anxiety, or digestive issues, adjust your intake accordingly. Experiment with preparation methods. Different brewing methods, drip, pour-over, cold brew, can alter the acidity and strength of coffee. Experiment to find a method that suits your taste and health needs. While coffee can be a delightful part of your daily routine, it's essential to be mindful of its potential impacts on your health, especially if you're over 60. By understanding the risks and making informed choices, you can enjoy coffee in moderation without compromising your well-being. Remember, always consult with a nutritionist or dietitian before making significant changes to your diet.